this is the extended of, oh, should I even put the title on it? Fuck. Anyways, it is December 14th, Sunday. That is how you'll know. That's all I'm gonna say. Because this energy, like I was saying in part one on TikTok, this is that energy of you tapping into the accumulation of your flow state. This is you following your intuition on such a backpedal that every time you are redirected, especially, that is the most opportune time for you. And the fox energy that I was getting from the beginning of the part one is really showing me that you're a very cunning person. You are so versatile in the ways that you articulate yourself, the way that honestly you think. That is also really coming through as well. Nine of Swords. It's interesting because Three of Swords, oh my god, Three of Keys. So in this deck, my Fortuna tarot deck, there are different verbiage. There's different verbiage for the wands. The talismans are pentacles. The wands are candles. The swords are keys, and the cups are chalices. So I'm going to use that verbiage. But let me look at this. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Bro, the Strength card, ruled by Leo, card 8. Card 10, Fortuna, Wheel of Fortune in other words, ruled by Jupiter. And the fucking Hanged One, which is the Hangman, ruled by Neptune. At the bottom of the deck, Princess of Keys and 9 of Candles. You are learning that holding yourself back is the biggest disservice to yourself. And holding yourself back doesn't mean you're like muscling through it and trying to unbind yourself. At some points, yes, it was like that. But for this moment that you are experiencing, whatever you're experiencing right now, and these cards that are showing me that you are accumulating luck that has been driven, woven, and created through you. This is you being like the silkworm. Like you produce like silk threads. I don't know what they're actually, but you produce this from your body. You embodying it, you living it out, you practicing what it actually feels like to live it out. That's the kind of grit that I'm getting from this collective. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. I already knew that you don't fuck around with people because you don't devalue them as much as you learn that you can't devalue yourself. The impact that you have on people that are just so, it is not capable of being verbalized, okay? Like, it is not that it's never possible. It's that truly, I'm just arranging my incense. Give me 1 sec. Okay, sick. This is that energy of literally learning that you had given yourself chances. That is what it was when it came to choosing other people or choosing to think of something else versus doing something. And also overdoing, like working so much that you don't actually think about it anymore. And it's funny because nine of Candles is showing me as well, like with the Strength card, that you have built strength in situations that honestly really fuck people up. Like, and I say this in a sense of like, not to speak for your experiences, obviously, but really it's just like you are such a depthful person that it cannot be described through words what you have transmutated and alchemized and healed to get to this point. And so that's why it's not about the explanation. It's about what you show people. It's about the value that you have just by being yourself. Like, really, it's just about you being yourself. And it's funny because I feel like there are moments where you see this in other people, but it's just a glimmer. You get to experience that all the fucking time with yourself. Wow. Like, I don't really have to say much else. We have the Hanged One. Neptune, Pisces, rules over Pisces. Fortuna, Jupiter, rules Sagittarius. Leo ruled by the moon. I mean, sorry, the sun. But the moon energy is strong in this collective. I'm going to pull some Moonology cards. It literally says, hold your vision. What more do I say? What more do I say? Your dreams need a practical plan. And the way that you're going to implement this is going to be very catered to you. So follow your compass. This is exactly meant to show you like actualizing your reality. This is you showing yourself the blueprint. That's what I'm getting from Hold Your Vision, Fixed Moon. This is you cannot, okay, one of the things about this collective, let me just backtrack, is that you really do know what it feels like to evolve. You really do know what it feels like to learn a lesson so thoroughly that it cannot be unlearned. You practice these new skills, new choices, new applications, new systems in your life to make life work so well for you. So therefore, I do feel like you've had to be challenged by that egoic nature. Your ego is what is based on your past experiences to like crave that, you know? And then it's like you get these blinkings. You get these blinkings of like, oh, I literally create this from my own reality. So I don't even have to do anything. Life will just keep showing me that I'm capable of doing more. And it's interesting because that almost separation showed you how connected it is to your core. You actively living this out every single fucking day. When you allow yourself that access, you really tap in. You tap the fuck in. That's literally what it is. Okay, way too many, sorry, but I'm going to take Surrender to the Divine and Adjustments Are Required. Yeah, third quarter moon, nothing is yet set in stone. So, interestingly enough, this is definitely going to correlate to the 9 of Keys being here. If you've been overthinking, dude, thank you, confirmation. I didn't want to say it, but like, really, if you've been overthinking, it's not about not thinking. It's about doing something to like honestly soothe your thinking. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm just going to keep going to work more shifts and stuff like that. I mean like literally like you do a plank and you achieve the most perfect form of your plank because it's just that 1 minute of holding it. That is what I mean. And so, especially Surrender to the Divine, you're very powerful and you know that. You know that. I feel like the inner older sister of me just came out there. Like, you know that. You already know that. The divine knows that. And it's crazy because you feel like you know more than you know. And it's like understanding that the universe knows more than you know. It's that higher power, that higher self of you. This is you, connected to you. So you get to live this out. Nothing's yet set in stone. Mutable moon. That is the beauty of like experiencing expression, release, because then it changes, but it changes outside of you. So now it's a literal like extension of something that you couldn't have even imagined. That is how the universe wishes to show you more of when it comes to surprises, blessings, rewards, accolades, like the ease of achievement. That is what you're tapping into. This is very powerful, but truly your mind is the only thing that's going to hold you back, and your choices, okay? I don't mean just your mind. I mean literally your choice to listen to just your mind. Yeah, you mind your own business, that's for sure, but it doesn't mean that you should stifle how you feel. Okay? Especially your emotions are meant to be experienced. That is how you literally water yourself. Think about the elements, break it down. The earth, the way it feels around your body is your body. The way that you can emulate that by nourishing it. Things that truly soothe you from the inside out. Without this very thing, you still feel it. So therefore, the mind is the air. Do not let these winds topple you down and throw you in every single direction. Find your way to block yourself from being completely belligerent amount of like blows, you know? Don't blow yourself down. And the fire is just the same. The creative will, the passion, the drive, the creativity, the inspiration, like all of those things come from you. And they all have elements that you can't control. That is the beauty of balance with yourself. That is what you are tapping into, truly. And so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that because I want to go work out. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this for you. If you'd like to book a personal, please just go ahead and email me. It is in my bio, I'm pretty sure, but it's psychekai@gmail.com. That is my business email, so respect the space, please. But other than that, sending you so much love, so much support on your own spiritual journey.